Hey, fellow problem solvers, Colfax Math here. The way you get good on any standardized math exam is by practice, and that's what we're doing today. We are practicing math knowledge for the ASVAB military placement exam. There are two sections for the math: arithmetic reasoning, which are primarily word problems, and math knowledge. So we got a 12 problem practice test today that I'm going to work through. I'm going to talk a little bit about algebra to start, and then we're going to work through this practice test. There are 12 problems on this practice test. Make sure you have paper and pencil in front of you, pausing the video, doing the problem before I do it, unpause the video, watch how I do it. So the math knowledge portion of the ASVAB military placement exam is really all about the math you're supposed to have the knowledge of from high school. Today's focus is really on algebra, so I'll just say a couple quick words about algebra before we jump in and get started on this 12 problem practice test. First thing, there are really two things here. One is I could just have what's called an expression like 5x plus 2y. That is an expression. There's nothing you could solve for there. But if I had 5x plus 2y plus 1x, a lot of times you would combine similar things to make it simplified. I am saying I have 5 of these things plus 1 more of these things, giving me 6 of them. There's nothing to combine with the y's. So if I had this expression here, it would be simplified like this. The other thing, which is much more common in algebra, is an equation where I have 5x plus 2 is equal to, say, 0. That is an expression. This is an equation. It has an equal sign. The goal here is to solve for x. And the way you solve for x in algebra is you isolate the variable x. That's what algebra is. You are using a letter to say, this is something I do not know, and I want to figure out what that is. So how do I get x by itself is really the question. The way you get x by itself, the way you solve this equation, the way you isolate the variable, all meaning the same thing, is you do opposite operations. So if I am adding 2 to the left side, I want to get rid of it, I would subtract 2 from it. Here's the golden rule of algebra. I can't do that without affecting the value of it. I can do it if I do it to both sides of the equation. So whatever you do to the left side of the equation, you have to do to the right side. That's the golden rule of algebra. Now I have 5x plus 2 minus 2. My 2's cancel, giving me 5x by itself. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. Still working to solve this equation. I need to get x by itself. I am multiplying. The reverse of multiplication is division. I divide both sides by 5. These 5 cancel. I have x by itself. X is negative 2/5. So again, that's just a quick overview of what algebra is before we start this test. With that said, let's jump right into this test. Do the problem before I do it. Unpause the video. Watch how I solve it. So let's do number 1 here. What is the value of the expression? I can't solve. I could just evaluate. 3x minus 7 when x is 5. Well, it is saying x is equal to 5. It is no longer an unknown. Take that 5, plug it into the expression. 3 times x is now 3 times 5 minus 7. Order of operations is multiplication before subtraction. 15 minus 7 is 8. And you can see if you don't have your multiplication tables dialed in, then algebra is pretty tricky. So correct answer, answer A right here. Number 2, solve for x. Pause the video, give it a try. In this equation, well, I have x plus 12 equals 30. I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. That's going to give me x by itself on the left. 30 minus 12 is 18. Correct answer, A right there. Okay, moving up to a couple more. Go ahead, pause the video, do these 2 problems. That'll be our 4 easy ones. Then we'll move to 4 medium, and then 4 a little bit harder problems. Number 3, simplify this expression. Well, I have 5 apples minus 3 apples, right? 5a minus 3a is giving me 2 apples. And then I have these bananas. They are dissimilar things. They can't be added to the apples. 2b plus 1b is 3b. And then correct answer is 2a plus 3b. Answer D right there. Okay, number 4, solve for x. In my equation, this looks a little different. I have x divided by 4 equals 9. I am dividing by 4. The reverse operation of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply the left side by 4. These cancel, giving me x by itself. If I do that to the left, I also have to do it to the right. X is equal to 9 times 4, 36. Correct answer, answer B right there. All right, if you're new to the channel, think about subscribing, sharing these videos with anybody who might be interested in being successful on any math test. This channel is all about math test success through a lot of practice. All right, on to the medium problems. Pause the video, give this one a try. Here we go. 2y minus 5 equals 17. Trying to get that y by itself. I'm going to add 5 to both sides, giving me 2y is equal to 22. This is being multiplied, so I need to divide. These cancel. Y is by itself. 22 divided by 2 is 11. Correct answer, answer B. You can see from those easier problems, you're just putting in an extra little step to get to the medium style algebra problem. Number 6 and 7. Go ahead and give these two a try. The video paused. All right, this thing right here, x minus 4, right? This x minus 4 is the thing by itself. That thing is being multiplied by a 3. So what I need to do here is I need to multiply everything inside of these parentheses by that 3. It's called distribution. I distribute the 3 through that whole quantity. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12 plus 5x. It is an expression I can't solve. I just need to combine similar things. 3 of these plus 5 of those is 8 of them. That's as simple as it gets. Correct answer, answer D right there. This thing looks hard because it's an inequality, not an equation, but you do everything the exact same. However, there is one trick to inequalities. When you multiply or divide by a negative, you reverse the sign. So when you multiply or divide by a negative, reverse the sign. So right here I have negative 2x is less than 10. It is multiplication. I'm going to divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. That gives me x by itself. 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5. However, it's a really important trick. I am dividing by a negative 2. This is less than. It is now greater than. When you multiply or divide by a negative, you reverse that sign. So x is greater than negative 5. Correct answer, answer B right there. Okay, number 8. So I have if A is equal to 1/2 BH, what is B if A is 30? Take that value A, plug it in there, and H is 5. Take H and plug it in there. So I have A, 30, is equal to 1/2 times B times H. So I got to get this all by itself. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to just do this multiplication first. 5 times 1/2. So 30 is equal to 5 times that 2 times B. From there, it is being multiplied by 5 over 2. So I am going to multiply that by 2 over 5. Those will cancel. Those will cancel, giving me B by itself. If I do that to the right side, got to do it to the left side. So I multiply this by 2 over 5. 30 in integer is the same thing as a fraction over 1. 30 over 1. I can multiply that to get 60 over 5, divide by 5 to get 12. Or I could reduce first, say 5 goes into here once, 5 goes into here 6 times. 6 times 2 is the same 12. Correct answer, answer B right there on number 8. Okay, now we got about 4 problems that I wouldn't really say hard, but are on the harder side. It's checking your other math knowledge ideas that you have. So pause it, give 9 a try, unpause, I'll show you how I do it. This is a check on the law of exponents. When I have a quantity to an exponent, I got to multiply them. So this part right here is 4 to the 6th. It is being divided by 4 to the 4th. This is asking you, do you know the rules of exponents? When the bases are the same and you're dividing, your base stays the same, and you subtract exponent 6 minus 4. So I have 4 squared. That answer is not there, but 4 squared means 4 times itself. Correct answer, answer A, 16. Okay, number 10 right here. Give it a try. A few things going on here. I have an equation, solving for x. First thing I'm going to do is write this out after I distribute that negative 3 through the quantity. So I have 5x minus 3x. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 6 equals 14. Solving the equation, I'm going to combine similar terms now. 5x minus 3x is 2x minus 6 equals 14. Still trying to get that x by itself. I'm going to add 6 to both sides, giving me 2x equals 20. Divide both sides by 2. 2's cancel. X is equal to 20 divided by 2, or 10. Correct answer, answer B. Okay, this one's a little bit harder here. This is saying, how do you factor this expression? No equal sign. So it's saying what quantity times what quantity equals that. So I have to say, what is my first quantity? What is my second quantity? I am looking at the factors of x squared. They are only x and an x, so those are my first terms. Then I'm saying, what are the factors of 12? When multiplied together, give me a 12, but when added together, give me a negative 4. So a 12 could be a 12 and a 1, but there's no way to add those to get a 4. I could have a 6 and a 2. Well, if I had a negative 6 and a positive 2, that would give me a negative 4. That one will work. I could have a 4 and a 3. No way to add or subtract those to get a 4. So I'm going to use the 6 and the 2. For this to be negative on multiplication, one of these has to be negative. This is a negative 4, so this one, the larger one, has to be negative. The smaller one, positive. It is saying, what is one of these? Well, x minus 6 is here, so the correct answer is A. There is no x plus 2 anywhere, but it's just asking for one of the factors. Okay, let me just reverse this operation of factoring. The way you reverse factoring, I use a mnemonic device called FOIL, where you multiply the first terms together, O, the outer terms together, I, the inner terms together, L, the last terms together. First terms together, x times x is x squared. Outer is 2 times x. Inner is negative 6x. Last is negative 6 times 2. Combining similar terms, I get what I started with, and that's my check. So if I'm giving these quantities and I'm asked to FOIL it out, multiply it out, it will be this. Or if I'm giving this what's called a quadratic and asked to factor it, I am going to figure out what two quantities multiply together to equal that. Okay, last one, number 12. This is a little bit out of the algebra category and more just on square roots. If none of this is making sense to you, I have a book called Math Test Success, ASVAB Algebra. You get it on Amazon. There's a link below. 25 chapter book, 25 corresponding videos. Work your way through that book. There's a chapter on square roots. This is just a practice test more than anything. And again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and notification. All right, simplify this radical. Well, radical 75, I'm looking for its factors, and I'm looking for squares in its factors. Well, 75 is made up of a 25 and a 3. 25 is made up of a 5 and a 5. This is a perfect square, so what I'm really saying here is I have radical 25 times radical 3. Radical 25 is 5 times 5, or just 5 root 3. Correct answer, answer A right there. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Try and get a video out on Tuesdays. Not always ASVAB, but then I have a class on Wednesdays, which is always ASVAB. Thank you.